Liverpool versus everybody. Let's talk. And don't mind me just having a meal. Then you guys will be okay. People who see me eating before, you know the deal. So by this point, I think most of you probably have seen the Football Terror show with Terry, Man United fan. Ends up talking a lot about Liverpool, whether good or bad. I don't much mind that. It's cool. I think if I was a fan of another team, I'd probably talk about Liverpool too. They're just that good right now. Um, but for them to him, Claude from Arsenal Fan TV, and the other brother, I think his name is Adam, for them to have a call in and try to have paint this kind of scenario of, you know, Salah's a disgrace. I think the brother Adam even said something like, "What's happened to Salah? What happened to that nice image?" Is a joke as well. He's seriously obsessed. Yeah, I'm gonna get to that too because there was some really unfortunate racial things that were said in those comment sections, which to me is unacceptable. People can have different opinions, but when it comes to that, that's a little bit nasty. But there's no real surprise there. I think there's an idea that he painted a broad brush over Liverpool fans, and maybe he did. At the end of the day, there are racist people out here. Liverpool fans, Chelsea, Tottenham, United, Sheffield Wednesday. I mean, every team has them. Every team's support base has them. And what kills me is people try to say, whether you're from Liverpool or not, they try to tell me that, oh no, real Liverpool fans don't do that. That's a bunch of bullshit. Okay, football terrorists, right? It's a bunch of bullshit. Okay, there are Liverpool supporters that are racist. Let's just stop trying to say that, oh, just if they're real fans that they would never do. People do it. Okay. Um. Thanks, man. Hello, hello. So back to Salah though. The rival fans are so salty. I mean, it's just they're so salty. And my thing is, let me get to the Salah dive and all that. Salah didn't score any goals in that game, but in a way, he was the most important player in the game. He wins the penalty from a foul. I'll get to the dive soon. He gets probably their best player on the night sent off, and he assists for the last goal, second goal. I mean, it is. It's very sad. It's very very sad to watch. I was looking at the. I don't even know how I came across the video. I think I saw Adam's video first on his channel. He was talking about how people were using racial slurs or whatever, calling him a monkey, whatever the case may be. So then I said, well, let me go look at this football terror thing. I don't listen to rival fans since we beat City. Good. I probably should follow that motto. It's all comedy for me though. And back to the Salah thing real briefly. I'm looking at you guys' comments, so I don't think I'm ignoring you. I'm just trying to get my thoughts together. Salah was one of the most important players on that pitch last night. Okay, let's not get it twisted. And that's what I'm talking about. If he's not scoring goals, but he's doing that, I'll take it. Now listen, was there a slight simulation? Did he have to go down like that? Maybe not, okay? But it was clear contact. It was a clear foul. I told you all Sacco has the tendency to do things like this. He's very unorthodox. I'm sorry. I know he was a decent defender for us and all that, but don't tell me you never watched the game with Sacco and he looked just odd on the ball. Whether he was dribbling, whether he was passing, the way he runs, he looks a little clumsy sometimes. It's a foul. All day it's a foul. The red card is a red card. So all this idea of he should be banned for diving and I hate cheats, the salt levels are, I mean, they're going to have serious cholesterol issues as they get on in age. I mean, that is just ridiculous. I thought the black dude was a United fan. Turns out he's Arsenal. He's stay kissing ass. Oh, I thought he was United as well. But okay. Yeah, he was going in. And I was thinking maybe he's joking. Because the things he was saying, and another thing, people are saying that we're overhyping Naby Keita. Really? Really? Listen, it's got to be jealousy. It's salt and jealousy. That's all I can really see. If you look at Keita and you know the game of football and you see him play these first two games, to say that he's not that good or he's just average. Look, at the end of the day, again, it doesn't bother me when these people say this because clearly something is wrong with him. And so, but it's just funny for me. It's very funny. Any top team, any fan of any top team in the league, or any team in the league, would love to have Naby Keita. If they're saying that they wouldn't, then they're totally lying to you. Dominic says that Adam guy is a joke though. It's meant to be an unbiased show. Far from it. Yeah, I totally agree with that, especially the unbiased part. He's an Arsenal fan. Okay, I've watched him for months, and he criticized Liverpool heavily. Yeah, of course Naby's a boss. Of course he's a boss. But I mean, it's just funny to hear other people say, something different. Yeah, I thought it was a joke because he really, really, really went in. Samuel Jackson character in Django. Wow, that's a good comparison. That's a good comparison. But Salah was a big part in that game. I mean, he really was, and that was obvious to see. Dominic says, like it was a Liverpool phone in, and every time a Liverpool fan phoned in, he was rolling his eyes. Yeah, Fred is better than Keita. Yeah, come on now. And my thing is, look, he's still getting acclimated. That's the scary thing for opposition teams and supporters. That if I'm a fan of any team playing against Liverpool, I'm thinking, damn, the season just started, and you're already getting glimpses of just how dynamic this dude is. I mean, he's all action, everything. He does it all. Sure, he had to give away a little moment that he could have scored a goal. He was definitely not perfect. I don't know that anyone on the field was perfect besides maybe Virgil van Dijk. The keeper was great as well. But, again, you're not going to always have these perfect games. And I am still hungover from the Selhurst Park kind of slugfest is what I called it. Because, look, that Palace team is good. They're going to give a lot of teams trouble this season, in my opinion. They are a good team. And they seem to believe in themselves and play for that manager. So they're going to be a special team. I think they need another striker besides Benteke, but they're going to be a special team, especially with the young guy, Basaka. Sadly for him, he's going to miss a few games, but that Palace team is stingy. They look confident. I mean, even the midfield that I kind of sneezed at, MacArthur and Milijovic, whatever his name is, the guy who had the set piece, they played well. They were physical. They hustled their asses off, and they can feel hard done by if they want, or people can say they should feel hard done by. I don't agree with that. The calls that were made were I think, right on the money. And not because I'm a Liverpool fan, just that's a foul in the box. It's a red card for Wan-Bissaka. Man, we capitalized on that. We got the second goal, the penalty, of course. So, all of this, I think people are just trying to screen away from, how good Liverpool look right now. I think there was even some Liverpool fans who called in and said it's a dive. Listen, everyone has an opinion. I'm sure not every Liverpool fan thinks that was the right call. So, in a game where diving is part of the game, and we've seen world-class divers, Harry Kane, Dele Alli, who else? Give me some names. There's a bunch of guys, for examples, that dive. Jamie Vardy does it a lot. So, I mean, but that to me is not what a dive is, in my opinion. It just isn't. Keita walks into Arsenal's side. They love to have him. Of course they would. Hate what you can't have, right? Crystal Palace wouldn't or would have spanked Man United. Well, when you see what Brighton did to them, I mean, I don't know a team that, Man United look dead right now. That's just what it is. To be honest, I have a soft spot for players diving if the foul not called, then players blatantly diving like Neymar looking for the foul. Problem is the referees actually. That's a good point. I mean, there's an art to it, you know what I mean? And there's, it is frustrating at times where I think Salah's one of those guys who he'll always trying to stay on his feet. I think Mane, for the most part, as well. I'm sure I think Mane has dived at least one time before that I remember. But all players do it. It's one of those things, especially if you're not getting the calls. And it's not really even a dive. It's just you might just kind of embellish it a bit. There was definitely contact there. Was it enough for him to fall the way he fell? Maybe not. But that doesn't mean that it wasn't a foul and it wasn't a pen, in my opinion. Luke Young, I'm not sure who that is. It's a foul outside the box. What's the problem? He took 2 swipes. Salah had every right to go down. No, I agree. I totally agree. Glenn Murray had Bailly on the strings, not even top 5 in the league. And that's the thing, because United, statistical-wise, were pretty good defensively. And they're always going to be good defensively when they have the Gea. A lot of times he is their defense. But collectively they've been pretty decent under Mourinho for a while now. And so it's slightly bizarre, especially a coach that's playing defensive against Brighton. All due respect to Brighton, Chris Hughton, top manager, but to lose like that, it just seems really, really bizarre. So, my man, yeah, man, I'm in here just munching, man. Says bon appetit. Man U player Luke Young. I don't know who Luke Young is. I know Luke Shaw. I know they have another player with the name Young. I don't know who Luke Young is though. Jason, what state am I in? I'm in Maryland. I'm just outside of DC, like 5-10 minutes from DC. Washington DC, for those who may not know. So, I just think it's just really comical. Ashley Young, right? Ashley Young. Somebody said Luke Young though. I don't know. Maybe he got the names confused or something. But it's just comical to me to see people, so salty about it. You know what I mean? Like DMV. Yeah, okay. Wait, are you in DMV as well, Jason? You speaking like you're familiar with the area. Ashley Young. I figured that's what you meant. I'm just giving you a hard time, James. It's all good, bro. I'm not one of them dudes. I'm just giving you a hard time. I figured you meant that. But yeah, I'm just on here. Don't have a lot to say, guys. Just wanted to, I saw that video and I wanted to come and get some of you guys' thoughts. And so, with the hangover of the Selhurst Park game, we got to keep fighting. This fuel that we see that's feeding this team, this fight, this desire, we have to keep it going. We have to keep it going. I always love what Klopp says after games, and in the post-match, directly after the game in the tunnel area, or the back room, wherever it is that they have these interviews, he mentioned that the team needed a little bit of spark. You can see that, and it wasn't the best offensive display. We get that, but it's got to feel like a rewarding. It's got to be a rewarding feeling to know that you can win like that. But he said, I had to get on the players and tell them, if you don't run, I will kill you. Obviously, he didn't mean it literally, and but what he means is that he's at a point now with these players where, if ever it wasn't any trust, everyone trusts Klopp now. The amount of times that he's put these players through crazy things. I mean, there's stories of Klopp doing things where they would be in preseason summer, and they would go out together to some deserted place. They wouldn't eat for days, and he takes these players through these things, and they do it, and they play for him well because they trust him. That's what it is. They trust Klopp. They trust in what he wants to do with this team, how he wants to put Liverpool back on the map, if you will. And I think it seems like it's taking a bit of a time, but I think he's getting it. I think he's got it, man. These guys will die for Klopp. You know what I mean? I think Mourinho used to have that once upon a time for players, and you can see that's kind of fading. But you just love how this team believe in each other. They hold each other accountable. On the back pass from Naby Keita, I almost said N'Golo Kante, from Naby Keita, you can see how him and Virgil van Dijk had a misunderstanding there. You know what I mean? But that's going to happen. That's going to happen. But they got to keep each other in line and continue in this perfect way. Not perfect way, but in this really positive moment right now. Mame, people are salty because they see us as favorite. Be prepared to hear a load of criticism like this the whole season. Yeah, people will be happy when we lose. Yeah, and that's fine. Croydon, South London. I'm stateside at least twice a year though. Okay, nice, man. Nice. I'm so sick and tired of these newly found Salah haters. Stop following him. Yeah, so back to the thing. So Adam, he was saying, what happened to this Mr. Nice Guy? He's not giving autographs to kids, and now he's cheating. I mean, all you can do is smile and laugh at it because it's so utterly ridiculous. I mean, it really is. It really is to me. Listen, again, to see Liverpool doing so well like this, teams are really, really like, damn. We can't have Liverpool doing well with those fans and the Scousers and the Ben Dippers. People are literally ready to lose it over such a thing. Steve, what's up, bro? Been a while. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Um, yeah, well, somebody else let me know if you're getting that as well. Steve says whenever he clicks on my videos lately, it's getting error messages. Another YouTuber said that YouTube have messed up with ads before smaller channels. Huh. Could be, man. Yeah, YouTube is definitely there's always some kind of fuckery going on YouTube, unfortunately, here and there. I think the Afro Roar channel got hacked or something. He had to start his over. I'm not sure what that's happening, Steve, but I'll send you a screen grab next time it happens. Yeah, that's really weird, man. That's really weird. I'm not sure why that's happening. Um, there are times where I'll start a video and it cuts out or something's wrong, so I'll restart it. But it shouldn't be sending you any kind of error messages. So thanks for letting me know that. But yeah, I mean, I've said it already. I'm really proud of the team. Thumbs the video up too. Thanks, bro. You know, you guys, you're not gonna ever hear me say, hey, give me a like and please subscribe. Listen, I think if you like this stuff, if you want to be on here and communicate, that's cool. Everybody has their free will. I'm not gonna be on here trying to beg for subscribers and all that. That's ridiculous, in my opinion. But thank you, Jason. I really appreciate that. YouTube is man you. LOL. The judge. What's up, Judge? But yeah, man, it's just you just see the gulf between the goalkeeper situation again. I mean, it's just it gives you that much more confidence because we know that for the most part we will get goals. Sometimes we should get more goals than we actually get. Most times, even in this game, we probably could have been up by 4 at certain points in the game. So the goalkeeper really gives you that much confidence, man, and that's what's so beautiful to see. Nova says the saltiness is probably over Kate to come into Anfield. Yeah, he's Conte 2.0. I hate to say it, but he's twice as good as him. You know what? I can't disagree with that. And again, red tinted glasses. I mean, it's early. Raymond, what's up, bro? I wish Klopp can try putting Naby as a number 10. Well, you can see he's kind of. There's this points in. That's a very great comment. There's points in the game where he is playing more with a 10, kind of at the tip of the midfield, kind of triangle, if you will, or whatever you want to call it. And you see Mane dropping back further, deeper and deeper and deeper. But there's times when Mane is catching the ball on the edge of our own box. So, I mean, Klopp's really trying to, I'm not going to say experiment, but he's really trying different ways to play. And that's a beautiful thing when you have certain players that are, so dynamic and have just different, a load of skill sets different in one player. You know what I mean? You can play them all over the pitch. So, yeah, I think you can expect to see Naby playing more of a 10 role. Slash midfield attacking 8, if you will. Fully attack our opponents. Yeah, it feels like if he plays too deep, then we won't see his full talent. Yeah, I mean, but see, that's the thing because that is part of his full talent, and that's the thing. I think people, when you say, and I hear what you're saying, but I think when people say that, you get the idea that he's just an attacking guy, but he's not. He can play defense, and I think anywhere he plays, anything he's doing, you're seeing his full talent. But you're not because he's not even out of second gear yet, folks. This is not even the pinnacle of what Naby can do. And that is what is so amazing. And that's what has me just looking forward to every game, to watch Naby. To watch the team, of course, but Naby is such an amazing talent, man. We have really got our pride signing him. I mean, they've done a big thing signing him. And I don't know if you remember, but when it happened, Klopp was getting text messages, emails from everybody in the German league. Clearly, he coached there, so he knows people saying, hey, man, you got yourself a special player in your hands. And he's everything I think we thought we would do. And shout out to a man like Matt for coining the term Naby Teens. So let's make sure we keep that hashtag going for a man like Matt. Is it just me, or is Firmino playing more Brazilian? Break that down to me, Jason. What you mean by that? Naby's versatility is such a blessing. It is. It will be very hard for opponents to predict our tactics. Yes. And that's what we need, to not be so predictable. And when you can win games like that, it helps to go towards that cause. Look, there's going to be some teams that struggle with Palace. Mark my words, remember this video. They might get punished by some teams as well, but especially in South London, at Selhurst, they're gonna be tough, especially night games with that crowd. I mean, and shout out to the traveling support, the Reds, man. They were very loud and proud in there too, so I appreciate that. Yeah, get back to me on the playing like the Brazilian thing. That's an interesting comment, but I just want to make sure I know fully what you mean by that. I wish we utilized Shaqiri as a 10 at 70 minutes of Sturridge for Firmino at 80 minutes. But yeah, it was interesting that the subs came on so late, especially the Sturridge one. I didn't really get that. And I just hope, I don't think it is, but I just hope it's not something that, allows Sturridge to have any kind of like ill feelings about the man. I don't think it'll happen. I just always wonder those things. Because personally, I'd be like, bro, what are you putting me on right now for? For what? Why? Why? To do what? Oh, Sturridge as a 10. Yeah. I can see that. I've said it a lot. I would love to see us play a 4-2-3-1. I don't know if it'll happen. Maybe at some point in the season against a certain team. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how we would do that, when we would do it, what the midfield two would be. But I think we should try that at some point. And maybe have Sturridge starting a game as a 10 with that front three as well. I think that's something that I know I'm personally looking forward to seeing. So, Sturridge number 10, I really can't see it. I mean, the way he's dribbling with the ball and his movement, Jason says. Okay, yeah. I mean, I think he's always had that. I mean, he's never really been that. Look, we know Firmino has moves. He has skills. He can dribble. He is not the fastest dude. But I think just playing under Klopp in this system, he's been able to. This is a sign of a good football player who can change his game, blend some different elements that may be foreign to him with his natural flair, Brazilian kind of way about him. You know what I mean? Like I think he's always had that. But I do see what you mean. And again, Firmino's another guy that if he's not scoring, he's going to be doing something in that game, and he's so important to what Salah and mainly Salah, but Salah and Mane can do. I say mainly Salah because I think with Mane, actually that's not. I was going to say I think Mane and Salah can both make their own play. They can make their own go out of nothing. In fact, maybe Salah even more last season for sure. But Mane, it's just Mane. You know what I mean? He just gets in that groove, and with that pace, the physical ability, his tendency to just blow past people. Same with Salah. It's just amazing. And I think Firmino being able to like kind of part that Red Sea, if you will, kind of open things up with the space, and then you got Naby underneath that now. I mean, the space that those two players will make is just it's phenomenal. It's amazing. You want Firmino on the team. Spell Sturridge wrong. Shaqiri is difficult. But I felt Firmino wasn't so bad. Sturridge would have made a difference. Yeah, I don't think Firmino was so bad either. I mean, he's not scoring goals, and people are quick to say someone had a bad game because they didn't score goals. Like the whole idea that Salah somehow had a bad game because he didn't score a goal is ridiculous to me. I mean, in a way, he was the reason why we scored both of the goals, the penalty and the last goal. So, or at least played an integral, important role in getting those goals. So, it's not always about the goal thing. It really isn't. And listen, if he gets only 15 goals, like HA says, I don't think that's going to happen. But if he does, we win the league, and Mane gets 30, Firmino gets 25, Naby throws in 8 to 10, Sturridge off the bench, Shaqiri. I don't care who's scoring the goals. I think people get really, really caught up in that. And because Salah had such a great season last season, people think a player's in a slump because he's not scoring every single game. I never understood that. Never got that at all. So, again, I thought the game last night was really, really entertaining. It was really good. I like a nice physical, again, slugfest kind of game. Two teams going for broke, doing everything they can, frustrating each other. With some nice fouls in the game. I mean, I love that kind of football. So, Again, obviously we're not going to always blow teams away. That would be nice, but that's like a perfect world. That's not going to happen. That's a utopian idea that you're going to just score goals mad every game. It's not going to happen. We'll have our fair share of them. What we saw at West Ham is not the last time you're going to see a team like that, this Liverpool side, dominate a team like that and get that many goals. It's going to happen again, but you can't expect that every week in, week out, every weekend. It's just not going to happen. So we bring it back home against Brighton, I believe, home next. We saw what Brighton did to United. So we're at home. And again, that needs to be our main thing. Keeping Anfield a fortress and not losing games there. That's going to be really important this season to do, even improve on what we did last season. So, yeah, we got Brighton next, I believe. If I'm wrong, somebody let me know, but I think it's Brighton next. So, Brighton will be buzzing. They'll be happy. They got a win against United, and they should be happy. Salah had a good game. He got away from Sacco, could have scored, deflected volley. Yeah, that's the thing. Being in those places is good. Yes, he should finish that. He had a couple chances. I think he had two different chances we could have flicked the goal in. But just a strong touch or whatever. That one where he goes past the keeper with the bad touch, heavy touch, and then saves it, gets an assist, or almost got an assist. I think that was maybe an assist to Andy Robertson. Had a shot of volley. I don't know if that was the moment or what, but I think Salah was really, really good in the game. He wasn't scoring goals, and I think sometimes we let that kind of overshadow what we feel about it. And I can't lie, after the game, I was kind of thinking the same thing. But the more I think about it on the game and watch the reviews back, or watch the game back, and just remember what happened in the game, Salah he didn't have an awful day. Brighton. So, everything looks good right now, man. Wasn't perfect. The offense could be better. We all get that. But it's about winning. Yeah, he got an assist, and he got the penalty. So, or at least won the penalty. Salah will have more games like this. Opposition will be tight, exactly. But it would be good for him as he can develop other aspects of it. Exactly. And again, if you're in and playing really good football, then it shouldn't really matter. Do we want to see Salah score goals? Sure. I say sure because I don't care who's scoring the goals. I really don't. As long as we're just like, people were so excited about him breaking the record. That's cool. But that really did nothing for Liverpool. Liverpool didn't get a trophy for having the leading scorer in the league. So it's cool. Accolades. Salah's become this larger than life kind of celebrity in a way, especially back home in his country. And that's great. That's cool. At the end of the day, their team needs to score goals to win games. And who's scoring them, I really don't care. Exactly. Got an assist, forced a red card, won the pen. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. And that's the other thing. He's still getting sharpness back. He did have that injury. He seems to be good with that now, but it's still early. You can't count out anyone. It's still early. I'm glad you said that, Thompson, because I agree. That's what I really was happy about him. That nervousness crept in, at least for me, I got to be honest, because these are the games that end the past. You go 1-0, let them score again from a set piece, catches on the counter, somebody falls asleep defensively, an own goal, a goalie error, whatever. We didn't have any of that. And that's what is encouraging moving forward. It's really, really encouraging. I enjoyed how good Palace played. Me too. Zaha, Townsend, yes. Townsend, that shot from 30 yards out, whatever it was, incredible shot, man. And I don't know what's going on with his hair. Did he buy new hair? Somebody let me know. He was just bald a season or two ago. It looked like he was losing his hair. But, whatever. You got the money to do it. Really gave it their all. Generally would love Zaha as a Mane backup. Yeah, but I don't think that's going to happen. Zaha needs to be playing football. And I think that's why, people are surprised that he hasn't left yet. Because he knows he's going to play football he's the man at Crystal Palace. What player wouldn't love that? I don't care about all these rumors about him not being happy. Listen, I don't believe that he's not happy. I don't. Would he want to play for a bigger club? Maybe, but he's the man there. He's going to play every weekend if he's fit. We need to build that city depth. I agree with that. They even had Algerian from Porto Brahimi. I wanted him some seasons ago, but to me, he's kind of fallen off a little bit. Y'all seen Brahimi? Yeah, Algerian international. People have to stop criticizing him. Imagine we had Ings on the field instead of Salah. It's true. Did Townsend get a hair transplant? I think so. I think so. I know that's what I'm saying, Jason. His hair, like, I love these footballers, man. Buying these scalps and shit, buying a new scalp. But yeah, no, Palace was really good. They were definitely impressive, and they were not a walkover like I thought that they could and would be. They definitely weren't that. That 4-0 prediction, in the first 30 minutes, so I said, I've been thinking about it, I was like, 4-0, okay. I said to myself, if we score in the first 10, 20 minutes, and we're looking like we're enjoying our football, we're getting some joy on the flanks, then I think we can get the 4. We didn't get a lot of joy on that right side, though. You saw Mane kept circling around to Trent, and there was just nothing there, though. There was nothing there. It was very heavily loaded on the left side. It was just congested all through there. And I think they were trying to make sure, and so you would think it would be a little bit more open, there'd be some more gaps and some openings, some alleys, but that didn't really happen. So, but we just kept going. We just kept going. We didn't give up. We kept going. And again, we made some chances. We did. We played some good football in periods in that game. But credit to Palace, we had to go through it in a different way, and that's okay. I'm quite fine with that. So, anyway, guys, finish this meal up. Or I'll just start rambling. Appreciate you guys' time, all of you, man. Really do. Thompson, BBD, and AB1 are practically the same person in height and composure. Hey, Soy. How you doing? Yeah, so till next time, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and log off. May come back and do something with jams tonight. Not promising that. I'm kind of tired. It's one of those days, rainy as hell. I got caught up in it. What's up, Soy? How you doing, girl? So see you guys next time. Much love. Allison, number 1. See you guys.